Hello everybody, it is me, Everbriscatuzzi, and today we are here with the final episode of Citrus, episode 12 of Citrus, the final episode. Now, this anime as a whole that we've been watching since episode 1 to episode 12, it was pretty great. I really enjoyed the anime adaptation of this manga. It was pretty cool seeing the world come to life with the music, the drama, the love, the relationships, the voice acting. I think I already said that, and then the way that the world looks in this series. And this episode covered half of last chapter and the last chapter of book 4, and then they also add like that they have extra like short stories at the ending of the books, and they also added that into this episode too, except for one of them. They didn't end the ending of this episode with this episode. They added new scenes, and that's mostly because the last page of the last chapter goes into volume 5, and they didn't show volume 5, so I guess that means that it's either that's going to be a special episode, maybe like a special episode 13 that might come as like an OVA or like an extra episode, or maybe not. It just depends on whether or not people like a voice crack right there, whether or not people like the series. But this episode as a whole, now there was two scenes that made me laugh because I'm just like, this happened before a couple episodes ago when Matsuri was assaulting May, where like where she was like doing like an intense moment with May at nighttime, but Matsuri is like listening to techno music. Now this happened in this episode where Yuzu is chasing after Mei, trying to confess her love to her, and then randomly out of nowhere, just like a video game, a whole bunch of background characters just block her. In the manga, I thought that a lot of people were around because they were at a shrine, so there would be lots of people there. But a huge crowd just comes out of nowhere and blocks her, and then she ends up going past them, and I'm just like, where did this huge crowd come from? Like, where the hell does a huge like crowd just swarm in and it dodges her? It's just like plot convenience right there, especially in the anime. In the manga, it makes sense because they're at a shrine, there's lots of people there. In this, it's like a barren wasteland. I just thought that was super funny that came out of nowhere. Same thing with the whole her jump, her like as soon as when he catches up to me, she jumps off the stairs. Now I can't lie, I've done that before too, and and like I've landed before on those, but I've also missed, and that that does hurt. But at least she landed on someone. It's and then it's just like I don't think she I don't I think that she just I thought in the manga I thought that she jumped May and then like pushed her to the ground, but in this she jumped a full set of stairs and then tripped and then landed on her. They made it like very anticlimactic and very like uh like very extreme. That's the word that I was looking for. Very extreme and very I think I said this in my last review, very extravagant. And I think that the way that they handled that scene was pretty good. I was checking, and I think this episode was more faithful to the art style. I'm pretty sure that it was faithful to the art style the whole entire time. I guess I can't tell if they look the same because it's animated instead of it being just art. And that scene was done pretty well, and I think that the kiss that they shared was pretty cool. I really loved that moment, animated and in the manga, especially with the teddy bear kiss. Uh, they also added an extra kiss when they were walking and holding hands at the end of the episode. That kiss, I think that they were trying to relate that with if you remember the ending song, like how they're both in their winter gear and they're both staring at each other and holding on to each other in one of the ending pictures in the ending that they didn't have this episode. But I think that they were trying to do that with them kissing each other. But I also like it how they both like they did like a little inhale noise before they kissed, and that was the starting of this episode pretty much just deals with what was going on last episode where uh was it Nina? Yeah, Nina wasn't able to stop Yuzu, or she was. Oh man, that scene was so like cringe or just embarrassing. Like for some reason, when I watch this stuff, I feel embarrassed for the characters. I'm pretty sure some people have that too, where like they're making a commotion in public, and you see the background character staring at them, and I'm just like, oh, I hate feeling that way when you're being like when you're causing commotion, or you're doing something in public and people are staring at you. Like sometimes you don't care, but other times you're just like I felt the same way that Yuzu was feeling, where Yuzu was just like, it's like Nina, you're embarrassing us. And then that was pretty much done over well. And you could tell that Sarah is the I keep on calling her Sarah, but they call her Sarah in this. I think it's Sarah, but it could be Sarah. But she's a MVP this episode because of the way that she was. That plot got pretty much dealt with right away. I'm pretty sure that it worked pretty well, and the way that Yuzu dealt with it was pretty cool because at least Sarah started the conversation instead of Yuzu starting the conversation. Because I'm pretty sure Yuzu would have just made the situation worse if she started talking first. But at least she was level-headed because of her running into Nina first last episode. And then I think the overall ending was all anime original with them walking to class, or that I think that might be the starting of the fifth book. No, I think the fifth book might start differently. No, I'm pretty sure that started the same way. The only thing that they missed was pretty sure I just talked about this whole entire episode. Wait, uh they did add them all like becoming friends again, like Yuzu, Mei, Nina and Sarah all become friends at the ending when they were all meeting up to like talk over the situation. It was pretty brief, but I'm glad that they're all friends, and I'm pretty sure that they talk again in like the latest chapter, not the latest chapter, but in volume 5, 6, and 7. I think that there's a phone call between them, so they are friends, but they do live far away from each other because they're from different schools and they're from different districts. Is it districts? Like I have no idea where they live. They probably live somewhere near Kyoto since they use a train. They probably don't live in the same sector. I'm pretty sure I talked about everything that happened in this episode. Yeah, I'm just looking really quickly. I guess this thing with Sarah is you can't really tell how she feels because the story is only focusing on Mei and Yuzu. And I guess that Mei, I think that stuff that I said last episode, the episode before that, is just that Mei is like a mature person, but she's a mature person with like a child heart still because her heart doesn't really like understand things, which I think Sarah explained beautifully this episode. Uh, there's like one guy that I watched that is I'm gonna show a picture right here, which is cunt for he quit on episode 11, and I'm just like, man, if he just I don't even know if he watched the full episode. If he probably watched these episodes off time. I know him. He probably watched the final episode off time. He's just not reviewing it anymore. But I'm pretty sure that he probably enjoyed this episode. Or if he didn't, I guess that he's just a little bitch. But yeah, I'm just being weird. I actually really like that guy. He's a pretty cool YouTuber. But yeah, I guess you can't really tell us how her feels. She probably feels bad that she couldn't fall in love with someone again because as her sister said, Nina said, I keep on thinking their name is Nana, because of what Nina said that she has trouble. But I think that her like overall like story arc like finished pretty well because now she has two friends. She has her ex-girlfriend, her one-day ex-girlfriend, Mei, and then she also has Yuzu, which is already her best friend already. I actually do have a friend like that, like a friend that you just come best friends with like on your first day. But yeah, I think they handled this episode pretty well. The way that it ended was pretty cool too. And I think that the only thing that they didn't add was the starting of Volume 5, and then the extra chapter. Yeah, I especially loved the reaction that Yuzu had to Mei holding her hand in this episode. This is the last thing I'm talking about. In the manga, she like yells a lot louder, and I thought that it was good. I thought that it was gonna be a lot louder, but in the episode, she just went ugh. But in the manga, her reaction is is just like, oh my god, May's holding my hand. But I think next to that, I don't really have any complaints. Or I don't really have any complaints about this episode. I think that it worked pretty well. They adapted it pretty well. The extra scene at the ending with them kissing twice in a row after their kiss on the ground was pretty done well. And then overall, animation, art, music. I'm just saying this just like everyone else does in reviews. It was perfect. I especially love that they didn't do that. They did like just the ending song at the ending with the animation going into a fade of white as they were walking into the title screen, which is another thing that you see and you're just like it's heartwarming, but at the same time you would laugh at it. But that's pretty much my last review of Citrus until I start reviewing the chapters. The chapters instead of the anime. Who knows if the anime if a season 2 will come out? There's enough chapters to go by. I'm pretty sure because right now they have 5, 6, 7. So once Volume 8 and Volume 9 come out, we could get a season 2 if this continues to be popular because it gets 7, 8s, and 9s for the manga. The anime is getting 6, 7, and 8s, but people are giving it a 2 and a 1. What are those people thinking? You do not. This isn't. You just don't understand the series. Maybe I just like it too much. But yeah, this has been my review. Leave a like if you've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the series, and I really enjoyed reviewing it. And I can't wait to read more of the chapters and more of the manga until it ends. Which I don't know if it ended or not. I know it's still going on. But yeah, if you dislike this, if you dislike this video, then and you didn't like me talking about this episode, then you can leave a dislike. And yeah, see you guys in the next video or next review of the next anime that I review or the next random gameplay video or something like that comes out. And yeah, see you later. Bye. Man, I really love this anime. I'm gonna miss it, but at least I still have the manga.